Hello，大家好，我是BP 钢琴诈骗师，The No Fucks Pianist. Today we'll be doing something a little different. Okay, I haven't been posting any content because I've been upgrading my piano. So recently I sold off the Casio CDP-S100. That is the cheapest electronic piano you can get on the market, which is as close to a real piano feel as you can get, all right, with 88 key hammer action. So I've swapped that up to basically the higher end series, the PX-S1000, and I have also managed to get the Casio CDP-S350. Both are very similar in terms of the size. All right, the form factor you can see is amazing. What Casio has done with the new keyboards, packing in a hammer action 88 key keyboard that operates on 6 AA batteries, and it is very suited for beginners and also for people like me who have a small room and need to squeeze so much, all right, into a small space. And of course, with any small piano keyboard, Casio had to make certain compromises, and one of them would be basically I would say the speakers. All right, so the speakers being cramped right at the back. So most pianos or electronic pianos have their speakers facing upwards towards the pianist or the musician, but for Casio, because of the very slim and small form factor, the speakers are actually placed facing the back. So their recommendation, I can show you here on the Casio PX-S1000. Okay, as you can see here, the speakers are at the back of the piano. So the recommendation by Casio is to, for most people, to place it against the wall so that the sound hits the wall and basically makes the sound a little richer, a little warmer by resonating onto the wall. All right, but what I have found is that in some cases this has not been so ideal because there is not enough bass for my case, and I would like to have a fuller feel when playing this piano. So what I have done is a little bit of modification, or rather add on, to make the sound better given the limitation of this particular keyboard. For those of you who have bought the CDP-S series or the PX-S series of Casio piano, well, which has that slim form factor, okay, the speakers will be facing towards the wall, all right, and there's nothing much you can do about the loudness as well as the bass and the treble. There's no equalization to make the sound better. So what I have found that actually when you look at the traditional piano, basically the sound is actually resonating within sort of a wooden box. So it is based on this thinking that I thought maybe I could do some add-on to actually try to replicate the sound of that real piano, or basically if not to match up with other electronic pianos which have a wider form factor, allowing a better sound to come out from their speakers. So I shall give a demo on basically this is the Casio CDP-S350. As it is, it's facing pretty close to the wall, and let's see how it sounds. All right. Okay, so that's the sound of this piano without any add-on. So what I have obtained is basically two pieces of this. All right, this actually I got from IKEA. Okay, it's called the Mosslander. Not sure you can see that. Okay, so two pieces of this. So basically this is going to simulate the piano and casing. So the sound is going to basically hit onto this piece of wood and cause this piece of wood to actually reverberate, okay, so that it produces a richer bass and a better tone, all right, at least to the person playing the piano. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, to ensure there are actually gaps to allow the sound to come out, okay, there are actually two screw holes over here, and I've also put a buffer. Okay, this one you can actually get from a DIY shop to stick on. Alright, these are basically silicone cushions, okay, that I stick on, so that basically it will protect this from scratching the piano. So what I'm going to do is going to sort of place this over here. All right, to the right side, and I got another piece to place on the left side. All right, another piece to place on the left side. Okay, as this one is the left side, which is the lower register, which has a lot of bass, and normally that causes a lot of the distortion when you bang on the piano. So what I've done is actually close the gap. I will assume that the smaller the gap towards the bass area, okay, the more muffling effect it will have, so to create a better tone for the bass. So let's place it on to the piano. Okay, good, let's test it out. Okay, so that's the sound that it creates now with the add-on. So I'm not sure you can hear the difference, but basically as I play the piano, you can actually feel that now the vibration is also experienced on these two pieces of wood, so it does affect the tone of the sound. All right, and as there are the boards, there are part of the board is actually facing upwards now, the sound is sort of also being reflected not just to the pianist who's playing the piano, but it still maintains the resonance if you are actually playing to an audience of the speaker facing out. Now I would expect that this is a very raw first cut, but if you don't like the tone, I believe that if you have a drill and you drill more holes into each side of the board, you will actually get a very different sound. So hopefully this tip will actually help you guys who also possess either of these two models to actually improve the sound on the Casio CDP-S line series of piano. Okay, well, if that doesn't work to your satisfaction, Well, the only option is basically to get yourself one of these. These are actually musician monitor speakers, all right, to actually hook on your piano to get a better sound. All right, this is basically Tomsline Engineering, one of the smallest 10-watt amplifier speakers for musicians. All right, it has lots of basically effects, and the difference with the musician speakers is that there's a lot of outputs that allow a certain kind of control. Basically, it's a line out. Okay, so it reflects the sound to yourself so that you can actually listen to yourself playing, and at the same time you can actually output to a stage or louder speaker for audience if you need. It also have a phone out for recording your output, and for this case it even has a foot switch so that you can put on a pedal to actually change certain of the effects from a clean to acoustic, kind of equalization to, I mean, for guitarists, also like overdrive, but this is another topic for another day. So you can get also like sound bars and all that, but the sound produced will not be so accurate. So if you need a speaker for your piano keyboard, always look for musician type of sort of monitor speakers. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like content like this, please smash the follow button or subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.